Angel here at Paisley House. So today we're going to be working with captive bead rings. This is a captive bead ring, which is, here's the ring, and there's a little point in between where the bead is held in place by the tension of the ring. In my 28 years of piercing, people often think that these unscrew or there's a hole all the way through the bead. There doesn't necessarily have to be a hole all the way through the bead. So I have a big piece here and a small piece, and I'm going to give you some examples on how to open and close a captive bead ring. So here we go. Here's the bead ring, and it is in the closed position. The ring must be slightly smaller, the gap, than the size of the bead to hold it in properly, and the bead does spin around. So I'm just going to take out the bead, and I grasp the ring with my fingers, and if this was in somebody's skin, their skin could take up about that much of the ring, and I want to make sure that I don't pull their skin to cause damage or trauma to the piercing. So I would grasp the captive bead ring, and then I'm going to pull the bead out. Easy as that. Voila, it's done. If your skin doesn't fit in this small gap when you take it off, then you must bend the jewelry and take it out. Okay? To put this jewelry in, you would insert it in the skin, close it back. There's the ring. And I will take the bead. You'll find the dimples of the bead, which are here. They're almost invisible. Most of the rings, the beads have a dimple and not a hole drilled all the way through. I place half of the dimple onto the ring. Hard to see, I know. And I just aim, and you just kind of keep going until you hit it. And let's see. Okay. It could be a little tricky. There it is. Okay, I'm going to take it off again and put it back on. So let me give you a little metal lesson. This is 316 LVM. It's a very nice annealed surgical steel. It's very soft. There are some metals that I consider nasty metals. They're very hard. They don't bend. They're not pliable whatsoever. I would say avoid those, and you would know if you have that if you can't bend it with your fingers. This is a very strong piece of metal, but it is annealed, so I can bend it with my fingers. Okay, so this is one style with the bead. Now I'm going to show you if you don't want to wear a bead, or if you don't have a bead in your piercing. So you have this gap when you close the jewelry. Well, say that you don't want to wear it with the bead, or you lost your bead. So you'd bend the jewelry, close it a little bit, and then bend it back, and kind of just keep bending it until you have the shape that you desire. So I'm going to close that a little bit more and form it. And this is kind of for an emergency if you lose your bead. There we go. It's not quite a perfect circle, but it will do. And often if somebody wants a fitted ring on certain parts of the body, we actually don't want a perfect circle because it sometimes sticks out, maybe like a pirate. If you're not looking for that look and you want it more fitted, it could actually be oblong. So that is the ring without the bead and closed. Another kind of rule, if you don't have that to play with, is here's the ring and here's the bead. It fits halfway on, and then you aim for the other part of the bead and it just snaps on. To take it off, you just pull it off. Okay, so say that your ring is stuck on your body part. You could always use something to pry it. But mind you, you have to be very careful, and I'm gonna say, mind you, you have to be very careful, repeating it, not to pinch the skin, which could very easily happen. It's very painful, could damage the piercing. But if you have a ring that just won't come out because maybe it's not heat treated or annealed, you can stick something in there and pry your jewelry. Voila, it will come out. There you go. You have a big enough gap now where you can take that out. You can use anything that's safe, that won't hurt your skin, or that you feel you're not going to pinch your skin, and something obviously that's clean, doesn't have dirt or rust on it. You can even use a pair of tweezers to pry open a closed captive bead ring. So I hope this helps you open and close a captive bead ring. Thank you, and this is Angel from Paisley House and BabyEarPiercing.com.